राम लखन सीता मन बसिया सूक्ष्म रूप धरि सियहि दिखावा विकट रूप धरि लंक जरावा भीम रूप धरि असुर संहारे रामचंद्र के काज सवारे लाए सजीवन लखन जियाए श्री रघुवीर हर्षि मुख लाए रघुपति कीन्ही बहुत बड़ाई तुम मम प्रिय भरतहि सम भाई सहस बदन तुम सगावे अस कहि श्रीमति कंठ लगावे संतानिक ब्रह्मादि मुनीसा नारद शारद सहित अहिसा यम कुबेर दिगपाल जमाती कवि कोविद कहि सके कहावे तुम उपकार सुग्रीव कीन्हा राम मिलाय राजपद दीन्हा तुम्हरो पंथ विभीषण माना लंकेश्वर भय सब जग जाना युग सहस्र जो जन पर भानु लील्यो ताहि मधुर पद जानु प्रभु मुद्रिका मेरि मुख माही जल भिरांग गय अचरज नाहि दुर्लभ काज जगत में जीत सुगम अनुग्रह तुम्हरे देते राम दुआरे तुम रखवारे होत न आज्ञा बिनु पैसारे सब सुख लगी तुम्हारी शरणा तुम रक्षक काहू को डरना पावन तेज समारो आपे तीनों लोक हांकते कांपे भूत पिशाच विगत नहीं आवे महावीर जब नाम सुनावे नासे रोग हरे सब पीरा जपत निरंतर हनुमत बीरा संतत ते हनुमान जुरावे मन क्रम बचन ध्यान जोड़ावे सब पर नाम तपस्वी राजा तिनके काज सकल तुम साजा और मनोरथ जो कोई लावे सोई सियापति रामचंद्र जी की जय शरणम पवन सुत हनुमान की जय।
Doing puja is about going inside, turning all of our senses within ourselves, filling our entire being in the presence of God by invoking His or her presence, shutting the doors to everything else and focusing on that light from within. We sit together this morning to do puja and meditation, a crucial part of remapping our brain to relieve stress, to become closer to God, to fill ourselves with that divine feeling, that divine emotion, that divine vibration, the divine presence of God. We pray to Shakti Bhavan who sits cool and calm as he does on Mount Kailash, focusing on Him with a beautiful jata. Ganga emanating from His jata, purifying everything around, cooling everything around, filling us with peace, peace, and peace. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om
Shivaya.
दीपं देवदयानिधे पशुपते हृत्कल्पितं गृह्यताम् सौवरनेन वरत्नखण्डरचिते पात्रे घृतं पायसम् भक्ष्यं पञ्चविधं पयोदधियुतं रम्भाफलं पानकम् शाकानामयुतं जलं रुचिकरं कर्पूरगन्धोजलम् ताम्बूलं मनसा मया विरचितं भक्त्या प्रभो स्वीकुरु छत्रं चामरयोयुगं व्यजनकं चादर्शकं निर्मलं वीणाभीर्मृदङ्गकाहरकरा गीतं च नृत्यं तथा साष्टाङ्गं प्रणतिः स्तुतिर्बहुविधा इत्तत्समस्तं मया सङ्कल्पेन समर्पितं तव विभो पूजागृहानं प्रभो आत्मा त्वं गिरिजामति सहचराः प्राणः शरीरं गृहम् पूजादे विषयोपभोगरचना निद्रा समाधिस्थिते सञ्चारः पदयो प्रदक्षिणविधि स्तोत्राणि सर्वादिरौ यद्यत्कर्म करोमि तद्धरतिरम् शम्भो तवाराधनम् वर्षणकृतं वा कायजं कर्मजं वा श्रवणनयनजं वा मानसं वा पराधम् विहितमविहितं वा सर्वमेतत्क्षमस्व जय जय करुणाब्धे श्रीमहादेव शम्भो इति श्रीशङ्कराचार्यविरचितं शिवमानसपूजा समाप्तम् हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर 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 महादेव ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 प्रेम स्वरूप श्री उमापति महादेव की जय। Today, continuing with the theme for this year so far of maintaining teachings from the Ramayana, we join together. For those of you who have your Ramayans with you, I will sing Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. If in the meantime you want to go and get your Ramayana, so you can join with us. We are in the Ayodhya Kand, and we are at Chaupai number 62. I'm sorry, Doha number 62. Sorry, 52. जेहि चाहत नर नारी सब अति आरत एहि भांति जिमि चातक चातकी त्रिशत वृष्टि शरद ऋतु स्वाति श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम बोलो श्री राम
जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम
जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय जय राम तात जाओ बलि वेगी नहाओ, जो मन भाव मधुर कछु गाओ। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। श्री राम
जय राम, जय जय राम।
पितु समीप तब जायहु भैया, भय परिवार जाइबे मैया। मातु वचन सुनी अति अनुकूला, जनु स्नेह सुर तरु के कूला। सुख मकरंद भरे श्री अमूला, निरखी राम मनु भवरु न भूला। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
धर्म धुरी न धर्म कति जानी, कहयो मातु सन अति मृदुवाणी। पिता दीर्घ मोहि कानन राजो, जहाँ सब भांति मोर बर काजो। आयसु देहि मुदित मन माता, जेहि मुद मंगल कानन जाता। जनि स्नेह बस दरबसि भोरे, आनंद अम्ब अनुग्रह तोरे। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय
राम।
श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम। जय जय राम, जय जय राम। प्रेम से बोलो सियापति रामचंद्र की जय। All of Ayodhya was awaiting the coronation of Sri Ram. Prior to that event, however, in preparation for that holy moment, Sri Ram, as you know, was summoned by his father to fulfill the two boons that he, his father, had given to Kekai Mata. And remember, the four brothers had grown up with three mothers. There was no difference in their minds as to this is my real mother and that is not my real mother. They treated all of them the same. They treated them the same respect, and in the same way, when commands were to be given, they listened to their mother. In whatever form, and each one of the three, this katha today is a beautiful katha that we could take 2 hours to speak about. But each one of the three queens, the three mothers, represented the three different types of gunas and qualities, all of which has commands and demands of us, and which at some point in time we must obey for us to become full-rounded, well-rounded citizens and people. Nevertheless, that symbolism will be talked about another time. But having gone to Raja Dashrath, Sri Ram was told of what were the boons that were to be granted, and he accepted them. He didn't say, this is my entitlement, I'm the eldest, you promised this to me, I was supposed to have gotten this. No. But remember what was important. Dharma Dhurandhara Puranidhi Jnani, these are the parents that he had. Parents who were founded in Dharma and were prayerful at all times. And having been granted in his mind those two boons as well, to forest and give up the kingdom so that Bharat would run it, he now had to go and tell his mother about that. And that is this set of Chaupais. Because when his mother sees him, she is full of emotion, she's full of love, she's proud of her son. Her son is going to be crowned the king. I love you, my darling son. Bathe quickly. Take some sweet dishes of your choice. See your father after that, for it is getting too late, so she's trying to hurry him up. And on hearing these words of his mother, which is described as blossoms as itself, the bee of Sri Ram's mind could not be lured by their charm. So in other words, even though agreeable and lovely as it was, go and have some sweet rice, go and bathe, get ready, he had a mission and he therefore had to fulfill that. A champion of righteousness, Dharma Dhurina Dharma Gati Jani, champion of righteousness that he was, he discerned the path of duty and spoke to his mother in these polite terms. He didn't get vexed. What nonsense you say, lady? You don't know I have some great trouble and adversity has befallen me? He didn't say those words. That was not his way. And he teaches us, Father, this is how he puts it, Father has bestowed on me the kingdom of the forest, where there will be great opportunities to me everywhere. Bhagavan is so great that accepts adversity as a chance to learn and to grow. There will be great opportunities for me everywhere. Again, this beautiful set of Chaupai, so much to talk about, but I want to begin where it ends. Therefore, grant me leave with a cheerful heart, so that my journey to the forest may be attended with joy and blessing. And this is the line I want everyone to focus on, because this is the focus of my life. Jani sanehu basan darpasi phore anando amba anugraha tore. Do not be obsessed with the erroneous fears due to affection. Dear Mother, by your goodwill, I will be happy. Listen to it again. Be not obsessed with erroneous fears due to affection. Mother, by your goodwill, I will be happy. When I read it, because this wasn't what I was going to speak about today, but when I read that line, I remembered a line from The Merchant of Venice, Act 2, Scene 6. I wrote it here so that I don't get the quotation wrong, but I remembered it. Love is blind, and lovers cannot see the pretty follies that themselves commit. You see, I wrote it out and I still got it wrong, so let me say it again. Love is blind, and lovers cannot see the pretty follies that themselves commit. And in a similar fashion, Friedrich Nietzsche said as well, he's a great philosopher, he said, love and hatred are not blind, but are blinded by the fire they bear within themselves. So one says love is blind, the other says it's not blind, but the fire within it, what desires that are there are the things that blind you. I want to Sri Ram telling his mother, do not be blinded by your love for me. Do not be blinded by your love for me. And he's telling each and every one of us, don't let love and affection blind us from doing what is the right thing. You know, so many people fall into relationships. They fall in love, as they say. People have said, don't fall in love, rise in love. That's from also from an Indian movie. I can't recall it, so surely might be. But love gives us a bias. And psychologists call it directional bias. So we fill ourselves with a bias towards that particular person. And studies done in 2004 have shown that the bias that is there between two people who love each other, adults, whatever it might be, that same type of bias arises between a mother and a child when the child is born. So it's a directional bias that is called, a positive directional bias. No matter what, my child can do no wrong. When love has now begun, no matter what that other person can do no wrong. Everything is good. But Garth Fletcher, who is a professor of psychology in New Zealand, said that directional bias, where you focus really on that person, has to be balanced by what he calls tracking the accuracy of that emotion. We look at the attractiveness of the person. We look at the kindness of the person. We look at the status of the person objectively as best as possible. And people sometimes will fall in love with someone and all they can see is good, blinded by everything that's before you. And someone stepping away can see, oh wait a minute, there are 1, 2, 3 other things that you also need to consider. Is this person a kind person? Yeah, he's really good looking. Is this person someone who can uplift you? I'm not sure, but wow, she's really gorgeous. So directional bias, the attractiveness, takes us and blinds us. And when there's that imbalance, this is what happens. We get blinded by love. We get blinded by emotion to the extent that even when someone we may think is negative passes on due as a result of his or her qualities and negativity, the mother might say, but he was a good boy, he was a good girl. That is the directional bias that they're speaking about. Society doesn't see it that way, but the mother will see that way. The other half will see it that way. And that love that is there blinds everything else. And Sri Ram is telling us beautifully, don't tell his mother, don't let your love for me overcome you to the extent that you will forget to do what is right. And so there are two aspects of that beautiful chaupai. We say it again. Jani saneha basa darapasi bore Anandu amba anugraha tori. So the first aspect of it, he says, don't let love blind you. But the second part is probably even more important, because he says, your goodwill will make sure that I am happy. Now, how can she have goodwill towards him? How can she give him the blessing to protect him? Because when we started, his father was a person who was rooted in Sanatana Dharma. His mother, each one of them, the three of them, were also so rooted in what is right. So he is saying, don't forget what you're supposed to be, who you are supposed to be. For you to have goodwill, for you to give blessing, you yourself must have blessing. For you to give something positive to make someone else happy, you yourself must have the strength to know what happiness is. You must know the map to happiness, at the very least, if you want to help to share that back with someone else. And I say this because some time ago, when I done one pravachan for Mother's Day, the point was made, yes, but every mother is not probably deserving of that respect that you're speaking about. Well, my response to that is one. What I always say for every Navaratri, every woman is a reflection and a manifestation of the Divine Mother. So starting with that premise, I would say yes, even if that mother has not treated you well, it doesn't mean that you in turn get to disrespect her. So putting that aside for a moment, now I speak to the mothers, because bearing in mind that concern, then you who are mothers who are out there, the responsibility, and this is not only for mothers, because we always think about mothers have to do being at home and look after the children, but the fathers have just as much responsibility. That if you don't know how to be a good mother, or a good father, or a good parent, then that's okay. It's fine if you're not able to, you don't know how to, you were not trained. We spend, 15, 16 years going to school to become good students and spend no time learning how to be good parents. So now, take the chance and take the decision to be able to give goodwill to your children to do the right thing. Pray. When we sing and we say, pick up your Ramayana, join with me, pick up your Ramayana and join with me. Read, see. It amazes me, one day, Anil Bhai from Krishna Mandir was saying to me just last week, he says, you know what? When people speak now that they don't know about their religion, that should no longer be a good excuse, because everything is available online. Everything. You can go to archive.org, I think that's it, and you get every one of the scriptural books. Everyone is available. So what we don't know is really what we don't want to know. What we sometimes get to know is what we shouldn't know, which is other people's business. So we go on to things and we read things and we read a lot. We read a lot now. Because of social media, we read a lot. It's transformed into memes, it's transformed into little blogs, whatever it might be. We read a lot now, a lot more than we ever did before. Now, the choice is ours to read the right thing, to view the right thing, to see the right thing, and educate ourselves. You can get free books online. Read them as to how to be a good parent. Read them to help yourself if one has an addiction. Read them, get help. Read them if you're not sure how to interact with your teenager who is acting out. Read. See what Sri Ram himself did, how his parents dealt with him, how his mother dealt with him. She could have said, no son, listen, you stay right here. I'm your mother, I know what is right for you. And as much as she was hurting, at the back of her mind, she was aware of what the right thing was. The Katha, the Pravachan, the Chaupais, this group of them, there's so much to speak about love being blind, but having the intelligence to know how to spread goodwill still, how to be good still, how to make good choices still. And this is what Sri Ram was saying to his mother. I know you love me. Then do what is best for me. Not what is best for how you feel because you're going to lose me. But do what is best for everything that is involved. And by your goodwill, by you thinking positive, by you blessing me, I will be happy, he says. One wishes one had the time to fully expound on all of the meanings of this Bible. But this is enough to think about for now. Think about for ourselves, are we allowing ourselves and our emotions to become the better of us? Do we know better? Can we be better? And if we can be better, we want to be better, how are we to do that? Then everything is there available. And with the assistance of your guru, because many times I see many comments on things, oh, but this one says that one says this, and that one says to do this, and that one says don't do that. That's why God blesses you with a guru. You follow your guru. Whatever your guru tells you, that is what you must do. You can ask questions, because that is the basis of Sanatana Dharma and all of the scriptures, based on answers given to questions that were intelligently asked. Ask your questions, get the guidance, become a good person and a better person, not a good person, a better person, because we can all be better. And allow goodwill to prevail, good thoughts to prevail, good actions to prevail through good discrimination. So may God bless each and every one of you. So much to speak about. But for today, this is where we will end. And we will have a beautiful bhajan now. Let's hear. Please join together with us in praying and thinking about these words as we move forward. we have sad news to share with those members of the congregation that the mother of founders of our group here, Vinti, Mala, all of the others, their mother passed away this morning. So we say this prayer together, join together in praying for her soul. May most certainly achieve happiness and merge with the divine. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Please accept their souls as offerings to you as they become closer to you, as they become close to you. Help those who are left behind, those who feel bereaved, to recognize you, to remember you, to praise you, to feel love for you even more, to transfer that love that they felt for their loved one to you now to look after them. May you bless them, may you give them solace, may you give them assurance to know that you will be with them always. Prem se Shri Govinda Krishna Bhagavan ki jai. Even with that sound, I will still ask that you stand together at your home, get your arati together, get your diya as we close today's satsang with arati, remembering Bhagavan, remembering God in whatever form best appeals to you, and asking God to shine that light of illumination, discrimination, and wisdom into our hearts as we offer it first to you and to God.
Om Jai Jagadish Hari Swami Jai Jagadish Hari Bhaat Janu ki sangat Das Janu ki sangat Jagadish Om Jai Jagadish Hari
join together in praising you, to listening to your words this morning, helping to remind us that we must think, we must choose wisely, we must arm ourselves with the knowledge as well to know what is right and what is wrong, to be able to make good choices in life. We ask you, Lord, to be with me, your mother, father, family, friend, everything to me. Once I accept that, I'm on the path to happiness. I join in prayer now towards you. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva tvameva bandhu cha sakha tvameva vidya dravidam tvameva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. Om Yam Shanti Antarisham Shanti Prithvi Shanti Rama Shanti Rudaya Shanti Vanaspataya Shanti Vishve Deva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvam Shanti Shanti Deva Shanti Sama Shanti Ridhesu Shanti Bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. प्रेम से बोलो श्री उमापति महादेव की जय, श्री गणेश भगवान की जय, श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, श्री नव दुर्गा देवी माता की जय, श्री गौरपुत्र हनुमान की जय, सर्वदेव सर्वदेवी की जय, सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय, सद्गुरु धर्म जय जय सीताराम सीताराम सब हुई. May you all have a beautiful week. May God remain with you, bless you, guide you and protect you, and also understand that until the 23rd, there are of May that has begun. Month of May began yesterday. Until the 23rd of May, we are under the restrictions that have been imposed by the health regulations. Please abide by them. Be sensible. Do not be overcome by thoughts that you should not be overcome by. Don't congregate in places. Oh, the first time I ever see street food, don't be run by street food and sit down like you've never eaten ever before. No, be sensible people. Because if we overdo that, then even that will be taken away. So, be sensible, make good choices. We will be here streaming live on a Sunday continuously. Next week we will be celebrating Mother's Day. For those of you who are there, think positively, join with us, have satsang together with us, appreciate God and uplift ourselves. And as soon as things change, you will be notified either through our Facebook page or you will be seeing it live on YouTube. When we have our satsangs, you can join together with us and understand what we're doing, when we're doing. I understand as well we have the bhajan, the bhajan Amrit is on the 30th of May. Please make every effort to support that venture. More so now than ever before, we do need the funds. We have to look after the mandir. There's nobody inside here except my sister Neela and Anil Bhai is doing it. So we need to maintain all of these things. Us coming to you live means we have to have electricity and all of these things need to be paid for still. So please do your best to support the venture. If you're not sure of what it is I'm speaking of, contact those members of the mandir who are able to assist. And if you are able to assist in whatever small way, please do so. May God bless you, guide you, protect you, and Jai Shri